In this lecture, we are going to learn how we can install and use a third-party middleware in our Express application. And to understand this, we are going to use a very popular request logging middleware called Morgan. So here I am on the documentation for this Morgan middleware in expressjs.com website. Basically, this Morgan is a very popular request logger middleware. It logs the request in the terminal. So it basically logs the type of request which has been made, the URL to which the request has been made, how much time it took to receive the request and send the response, the status code of the response, etc. So let's see how we can use this Morgan middleware, which is a third-party middleware in our Express application. For that, first of all, we have to install Morgan for our Express application. So let's go to VS Code. Here I'm going to open VS Code built-in terminal. Okay, and here I'm going to write npm install command and I'm going to install Morgan. Okay, if I go back to the documentation, you can see the installation command is npm install Morgan. Now here I want to install Morgan as a regular dependency and not as a dev dependency, because using this Morgan package we are going to write a piece of code and our application will be dependent on that piece of code. So here the Morgan is not a dev dependency, but it is a regular dependency. So I'm going to install it as a regular dependency. If I press enter, it will start installing Morgan from npm. So the Morgan package has been installed. If I go to package.json file and if I scroll down in the dependencies, you will see that Morgan has been installed with version 1.10. Okay. Now let's go back to app.js where we want to use the Morgan package. So here I'm going to require the Morgan package first. For that, I'm going to create a variable called Morgan. And to require the Morgan package, we are going to use this require function. And to that, we are going to specify the package name, which is Morgan. Now, let's go ahead and let's use this Morgan middleware. For that, let's say I want to use the Morgan middleware before this logger middleware. So after this express.json middleware, I want to use the Morgan middleware. And here I need to call it. Why? Because this Morgan, basically this package, it is going to return us a function, but that function is not a middleware function. So it is going to return us a function, and when we are calling that function, this called function is going to return us a middleware function. Let me actually show you that in the source code. So what I'll do is I'll go back to the browser and I'll open the GitHub for Morgan. So let's just type Morgan GitHub here. So for most of the npm packages, you can find their GitHub repo and you can check their source code. So Morgan is one of the packages available on npm. So we can check its source code from the GitHub. If I open this, here we have the source files for the Morgan package. And remember that for most of the packages, the main file, the entry file is always index.js. It can also have a different name, but in most cases it is index.js. So here let's go to index.js file. Let's open it. And here you can see the source code for the Morgan package. You see from this file, the first thing which we are doing is we are exporting Morgan. Now this Morgan we are importing in our Express app here. So whatever has been exported from the Morgan package, that we are importing here and assigning it to this Morgan variable. Now what is this Morgan? So if I scroll down, you will notice that this Morgan is nothing. You see, it is nothing but a function, but it is not a middleware function. How can I say that? I can say that by looking at its signature. We have learned that every middleware function will have a request object, a response object, and the next function. But this Morgan function, it does not have a request object or response object or the next function. So this is not a middleware. This is just a normal function which we are exporting from here. Okay. So when we are exporting it, this is the function which will be assigned to this Morgan variable here in our Express app. Now, what does this function returning? If I scroll down, so I'll not go through each code line by line, but let's go to the end of this method. And here you will see that that function is basically returning a logger function. And this logger function is a middleware function. If you see, this logger function is taking a request object, a response object, and the next function. So this is the function which we are returning, and this is a middleware function. So here, when we are calling this Morgan, it is going to return us that logger middleware function which we are using here. I hope you got the point. Now, when we are calling this Morgan as a function, if I go to the documentation again, to the source code, you will see that this function is expecting value for two parameters, the format parameter and the options parameter. This format is a mandatory parameter for which we need to pass a value, but this options is optional. So if we don't specify a value for this, by default, it will be set to empty object. But for this format, we need to pass a value. And here, if I go back to VS Code, we have different options, different formats which we can pass to this Morgan as its argument. So for example, we can pass dev, common, combined, short, tiny, etc. Here, let's go ahead and let's pass dev. Now, what does this format option does? Let's try to understand it from the documentation. So let's go back and let's go to the documentation of Morgan middleware. And if I scroll down, you can see that this Morgan middleware, this Morgan function takes two parameters, format and option. So if I scroll down, so you see when we select this combined option, that means it is only logging, that means it is only going to log the error responses. Then if I use common, in that case, what it is going to do, it is going to log these things from the request. So remote address, remote user, the method of the request, the URL of the request, the HTTP version. So it is going to log a lot of things. But when we use dev, what it is going to do is it is going to log the request method, the URL of the request, the status, it is going to log the response time in milliseconds, and it is going to log the content length. Okay, so this is the option which we have chosen. So if I make a request from our application, so we have received the response. Now, if I go to terminal, there you will see that Morgan has logged these informations. So we made a GET request. The GET request was made to this URL. Then the status code is 200. This is the response status code. Then it took 10.280 milliseconds to send the response, and the content length was 197. So this information is being logged by the Morgan middleware, and this information is being logged by our middleware. Now, if I go back to VS Code, you will see that I'm using this Morgan middleware before the logger middleware. But here, first the logger middleware has logged something, and then the Morgan middleware has logged the request and response data. So why is that? The reason why logger is logging before the Morgan is because the Morgan middleware, it runs asynchronously, and it is also hooked to the finish event of the response object. And the reason for that is it needs to log the response status code as well as how much time it took to send the response. So for that, it runs asynchronously and it is hooked to the finish event of the response object. So once the response is sent, then only Morgan will have information like the response status as well as how much time it took to send the response and what was the size of the response. And that's why even though we have used this Morgan before the logger, since it runs asynchronously and since it is hooked to the finish event of the response object, it is logging after this logger middleware. Okay. And also, just like this logger middleware, this Morgan middleware is also going to be executed for all the incoming requests. But if you want to execute it only for specific types of requests, then you can use the second overload of this use method, where you can specify for which request pattern you want to execute this middleware. But here I'm going to execute this middleware for all incoming requests. So I'm not going to specify the URL pattern here. Okay. Now here you can also experiment with this format. Currently we have used deb, but we also have other options. For example, we have short and tiny. So in the documentation, you can see what this short will log and what this tiny will log and what this common will log. So for the common, we saw that it is going to log a lot of things. So what I'll do is I'll use this common format here. Let's save the changes. Let's go to Postman and let's make a request. Let's go back to the terminal, and here you will see that it has logged a lot of things. So in the documentation, we can see that for common, it is going to log the remote address. For us, remote address is nothing because I'm calling the Express application from my local machine. Then it is going to log the remote user, so that is empty. You can see in the logged message, it is empty. Then we also have other informations logged like the date, the request method, the URL. So you can see the date, request method was get. This is the URL to which we made the request. Then here you can see the HTTP version and other informations. So based on what format you are specifying here, based on that, you can see the log data. All right. So in this lecture, we used a third-party middleware in our Express application. And just like Morgan, we have a lot more third-party middlewares which we can download from NPM and use in our Express application. And we are going to use few of them in our coming lectures because, as I said, in Express, we use middlewares a lot. So sometimes we might want to create our own custom middlewares. Sometimes we can use middlewares provided by Express, and sometimes we might want to use some third-party middlewares. So in our coming lectures, we are going to use some other third-party middlewares. But here we used a simple third-party middleware, and I just wanted to show you how we can use a third-party middleware in our Express application. Alright, so this is all I wanted to cover in this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.